Today's kids are having sex. We cannot control the sexual pressures they face, but we can shape their response to how they respond to these pressures. We can do so by providing them with factual information about the transmission, progression, and prevention of sexually transmitted diseases. This is a quote that stood out to me by Robin Barth. Many of us have participated in sexual activities, and some of us even started at a young age. This is why we should be implementing safe sex programs into schools and educating teens so they can make more educated decisions when it comes to having sex. I am passionate about this topic because I have seen some of the negative effects that abstinent-only education programs can have on teens. Teaching safe sex practices instead of abstinent-only practices will lead to lower teen pregnancy rates and also lower sexually transmitted disease rates. Today, I'm going to tell you about the benefits of safe sex practices and also some of the negative effects of abstinent-only practices. First, let's start off with the abstinent-only practices and some of the negative effects it's having on teens. Abstinent-only programs teach students not to have sex until marriage. While some people believe in this, most teens do not. According to the Youth Risk Behavioral Surveillance Survey, or the YRBSS, in 2015, 41% of high school students had sex at least once. Teens are going to do what they want to do, so why would we not teach them the safe way of doing things? Abstinent-only programs usually devoid the contraceptive and barrier use education. This means that they do not teach students about the use of condoms, birth control, consent, or even about sexual orientation. Abstinent-only education sometimes encourages students to abstain from sex without ever telling them what sex is. Students don't even know how sex works, so when it comes down to actually participating, neither of them know what to do. This leads to sexually transmitted diseases rates going up and teen pregnancy rates going up as well. According to the CDC, STD numbers reached an all-time high in 2018. Now that I've told you about some of the negative effects about abstinent-only programs, let's go into some of the benefits of safe sex programs in schools. Implementing safe sex education programs into schools will have benefits for everyone. Safe sex education programs do not encourage sex. We are educating the teens on how to be safe when it comes to sex, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it is their decision whether or not to participate in sexual activities or not. A 2007 study published in the American Journal of Public Health found that teens who start using condoms for the first time they have intercourse score higher on the several sexual health measures than teens who don't. When teens are educated on condoms and know what they can prevent, they will be more likely to use them. This is going to lead to lower rates of teen pregnancy and lower rates of STDs. Educating students lets them know their limits and they learn when to say no. This will lead to lower cases of rape because they will know their limits and they will know the side effects of sex. In the article, Sex Education in Public Schools, Barth tells us that the physician should hand the parent a brochure about sex, how to talk about it, the rates of sexual behaviors based on age, and the possible warning signs of sexual activity. Implementing safe sex programs into schools is a lot easier than we think. We start off by going to the doctor, handing brochures, going home, and talking about the basic principles of sex with your child. Talking about sex with parents can be embarrassing, so that's why we need to implement these programs into schools as well. Implementing these programs into schools can start off by going to the school board and presenting them with facts and evidence of how safe-sex programs work better than abstinence-only programs. You can also go around the community and tell the parents about safe-sex programs and why they should be implemented in schools. Some people may say that safe-sex education promotes sex and tells teens to go out and have sex. This is wrong. Teaching safe sex does not promote sex. It educates the teens and helps them understand and develop their limits. It also lowers teen pregnancy and STD rates. This helps them make their own overall decisions, and helps make independent decisions. Like I said, teens are going to do what they want to do, so why would we not teach them the safe way of doing things? This brings me to the end of my speech. To summarize, teaching safe sex practices instead of abstinence-only practices will lead to lower teen pregnancy rates and sexually transmitted disease rates. I'm going to leave you with this quote from Robin Barth. If we do not fit in a few facts about the risk of the following sexual desire portion of these hormones, then we are doing a great disservice to our children and also to our society. Thank you.